So this is my 1993 Toyota Supra Mk 4. I've owned this car since 1999. It's kept in a garage and as you can see, it's in an absolutely immaculate condition. However, the little shock boots at the rear, the gaiters on them has started to deteriorate, and I want to replace those, so that's what I'll be doing today. So I've bought new genuine Toyota rear shock gaiters. Hard getting parts for that car because it's now 30 years old, and you know, they're not just a simple wee gaiter that you can just slide over the shock. These have to go on first, and then the you know, the spring goes up against the underside of that and a plate on top of it, etc. So there's those in my car. Those have split and fallen down, and so I want them replaced. Those are the genuine parts. I've also had to send to Japan for these. These are the another two pieces that I need. Again, these are genuine Toyota parts. These are the bumpers stops that slide on to the shock as well, and then the you know the gaiter slides over the top of that. And again, in mine, those have started to deteriorate, and this has come off, etc. So those will be getting replaced. Okay. So I think we'll start with the passenger rear first. Got to get the wheel off, or at least loosened anyway. Loosen the nuts on it before I jack it up, and then deal with taking off the rear shock and spring. The other thing I wanted to say was I'll have the car in neutral in case I need to turn it, because it's a back wheel drive car. I'll have the handbrake off in case I need to turn the wheel hub or anything like that, you know. But anyway, so I have just make sure you just block the car from rolling forward. A couple of blocks front and back of the front wheel on both sides. Okay, so I've just taken the screws out of that. I'll just pop this here off. Okay, so this piece here is just really like a cover, or like a cover plate cap, and it's held on with 3 bolts, 3 nuts there. There's that one there's awkward to get at, but I think you can, if you can get this, oh, I don't damage or break anything. All right, that's it. Right, so that is just a little cover piece. I'll take that off. Cover cap and piece. 3 12mm nuts. Okay, take those off. Be careful not to drop anything. Always handy to have like a wee box to put everything in, like that, and then that there just lifts off. So that's the top of the shock there. That's the cap of it, and then there's the 3 retaining bolts. They're just 12mm, so not that tight. Just loosen those. loosen them. Don't take anything off or anything. Just slacken them a wee bit, you know, and then just work on the on that bottom bolt there, and then whenever the bottom bolt's out, it's just a matter of taking these bolts off and just sliding the shock out. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, thank you. You need a good 2-ton trolley jack, and if possible, just jack it up in the middle, putting that pad there underneath the differential of the rear axle, and then support either side of the car with a couple of axle stands or some sturdy wooden blocks or something. I mean, I have these huge wooden blocks here. I've also got axle stands, but get her jacked up anyway first. Okay, so here you can see the car jacked up. You can see the position where I jacked it over there. Axle stand there, and block underneath the chassis leg. You know, you can't be too safe. Here is the this rear shock that I'm talking about. See the way that's all completely gone. Like, I mean, that's just perished and done. As you can see, look, there's the bumper thing disintegrating up there. So you know, that's rubber after 30 years of use going up and down. So that there has to come out. And bolts are loosened at the top. I'll take the caliper off to give me a wee bit more room, and then we'll take the shock off here at the bottom. I've sprayed some penetrating oil on it a week or so ago because I knew I was going to do this, but let's see how easy it comes out. Okay, so here's the that's the caliper loosened and removed. I have it sitting there on a block, as you can see, just to support it. That's the bolt there I need to take off, or loosen. I've already put penetrating oil around it weeks ago, but a couple of weeks ago, but I'll put an oil drop around it, and hopefully it'll come out without any without too much bother. The other thing is, when I do that, I want to compress that spring. Let's see if we can get this to focus. Compress that spring a wee bit. I have some spring compressors that I'll show you now in a second, and see if it can make it that wee bit easier. Whenever I take that out, that hub will want to drop down a little bit, but maybe not enough, and then I have to undo the wee nuts at the top as well, and then pull the whole thing out. So just bear with me. Well, it was very tight. Got it loosened a bit, but don't take it the whole way off there. Just leave it that it's slightly beyond the end of it there, the end of the nut there, wee bit. See, like that. And then I can, that'll allow me to top it back a bit, see if it can, see if it'll come out okay. I'll try and sort of wiggle it from the other side too, to loosen it a wee bit and see if it tops back. But you know what I mean, I don't want to, like, if I take it right off like that there, then you're on the chance of butchering those threads. So anyway, I just put it on a wee bit. I put it on a good bit, but you know, have it about there. All right. Okay, so I have a spanner on the other end of it there, a 19mm spanner on the other end of it, like that. Yep, that moves no bother. So there's no reason why that can't tap back. All right. Okay, so like I was saying there, I have two sets of spring compressors on both sides, or both sizes. I mean, let's see, there's a bigger set there, and you know, they hook around the spring. They hook around the spring there, and you put that pin through, and compress the spring a wee bit. You know, I mean, serious tension on them springs. Maybe not so much on the back, but certainly on the front ones. But we're not worrying about that today anyway. And try and compress the spring a wee bit with these things, and they take the tension off it before I knock that bolt out, and then I'll just take the wee nuts completely off the top, and hopefully this thing should come out without a problem. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, so here are the spring clamps on. I'd love to have been able to get that one down to there, but it you know, you like to have them opposite one another, and the coil is just too tight there. But anyway, just going to tension them up a wee bit. I think it's a 20, is it a 20mm spanner? It's either a 20 or a 21. No, I think it's actually a 22, but I'll look at that in a wee second. But as soon as I tension that there up a little bit, just to sort of, you know, have a wee bit of movement there, just to take the tension out of it, then I'll be ready to go. Okay, let's do this. Just do it a wee bit either side, and then this one. Sorry. And this one. I think that's enough, because it's up off that that seated area right there. See there? It's up off that a wee bit. So I think that's plenty. Okay, that should let me, I'll just knock this wee bolt out here, and where is it? I think it's that one. Just knock that out. Yeah, it's just, that'll come out, no bother. Okay. Alright, so we'll just top the rest of it out here with a screwdriver, if I can do it. That's going. Let's see. Doing it without knocking that camera. All right, so there's the bolt out there. I'll just take these nuts off at the top, and that there should come out, no bother. Okay, so it's just hanging on by a couple of wee threads at the very top there, and it won't let it down there because the inside of this here hits that arm there. So it just needs pushed down a slight wee bit. So I've got a bit of timber there. Just put it in a tidy wee bit and just ease that down, and that there should come out like that. See, like that. That's it. There it is. Painless and easy. Okay. Okay, so here it is inside the garage. You can clearly see how much it has deteriorated there. Look at that. That bump stop has completely given up. It's crumbling away. No good. And that there, look, that's just disintegrating into dust. That's useless. Useless. So I'll just keep the tension on them springs and loosen this top nut here. And get all that there, get that off completely. See, I want to replace all that. I've got a new one, so it has to be replaced. And then clean up the shock and put it back in again. Okay. Okay, so let's get the top of this here off. I'm using this rattle gun. Let's see. That's it. Easy as that. That there. And then that there just pulls off. Famous last words. That's it. It's just a bit stiff. That's it. Look at the state of that there, like, that's completely and utterly shot. Just replace that. I'll just replace that there in a wee second. Take that off. Look at the rubber. Look. Gone. Okay. So look at that there. That's it, disassembled. That's the spring. I'll just clean that there a bit. Clean up the shock a bit. Shock actually looks not too bad, and I've pressed it in. It seems fine. But look, there's the gaiter completely. See that? Completely ridiculous. Look at the bump stop. Look at that. You know what I mean? Okay. I mean, there's a new one. Crazy stuff, isn't it? There's a brand new one. That's the part number. Let's see. There's the new one. Look at that. There you are. Just shows you. And there's a new one of those. Check it out. I'll just clean all that there up. That's it. That's it. Okay. Okay, so here are all the parts that I need cleaned up. There's obviously a couple of wee bits there where the spring clamps are on that I can't get at, but reasonably clean. Shock cleaned up, seems to be fine. Top's on, the gaiter cleaned, the bump stop and the nut. Just put it back together again, get it back in the car, and which is just really the reverse of what I done before. You'll also see like a little a little recess there. Of course, that is obviously where this tail of the spring locates into. And these nuts here, that's where the you know, those slotted recesses in the gaiter fit. So but anyway, so I'll put it back together again. I don't think you could really, well, I mean, you could certainly possibly get the shock out without the spring clamps, but then you can't disassemble it and put it back together again without them. So they're a necessary part. Okay, so I'll just put it back together again. Oh, and I just thought I would just show you the, well, I've maybe showed you it before, but I'll just show you it again. There's the new parts there compared to the old parts. You know, disaster. That's 30 years of that does. Look at that. Crazy stuff, isn't it? Oh, and if you ever do decide to replace those, that's the genuine Toyota part number there for that. Okay, and that there is the part number for that. All right. Okay, so this is it back together. The little heads of those nuts, as you can see, fit into those recesses are there that's cut out in that. The spring locates down into that seated area there, and the top of the shock piston there, there's two flats on it there, and that goes through two corresponding flats in the cap, you know, at the top of it. So that's it, ready to go in, and putting it in is just the reverse of taking it back out again, and then after that starting the other side. Okay, thank you. Okay, so here's it all back together again. As you can see, all sorted out, and I'm very happy with it. And you know, I know that people, some people take these stock shock absorbers out and springs and its suspension and all out, and replace them with coilovers and all this to lower the car, but it gives a very stiff ride, and I'm not really into that. Apart from the alloy wheels in this car here, I have kept it stock right from it was new, and I have no intention really of changing it or anything, you know, especially I like the ride and everything about it, you know, so I'm just keeping it stock. So I just wanted to restore all that with genuine Suzuki or Toyota parts, and I will now have to do the other side. Okay, thanks guys for tuning in. Okay, bye bye.